I'm Dr. Chris Dixon. I'm a board-certified vascular surgeon, and I invented the Lounge Doctor leg rest. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, how did you come up with this product? Well, physicians recommend leg elevation for a long list of conditions, yet amazingly, no one ever asked the question, what's the most effective way to elevate the legs? So I decided to answer that question. I reviewed all the science on leg elevation, put all that science together, and came up with the most effective position to elevate your legs. And then I designed the leg rest so it would position the legs correctly, and then patented that design, and we started the company.
Well, I am thrilled that it is here today. And for our first show of Open House out of Westchester, we are going to do the lowest price ever seen. Let's reveal our special delivery price. Whichever size you choose, and we'll talk about sizing, nobody will pay more than $99.95. It is a product that is changing lives. It is brilliant, and I am thrilled that I have it. Now, quick word of warning. There are fewer than 1,000 to go around. This is the final scheduled presentation of 2025. Let's get all the details with our registered health and wellness professional. Nurse Matthew Peters is live in St. Petersburg. Matt, it's great to see you, and I know you are a massive advocate for the Lounge Doctor.
I am such an advocate. I was wobbling at him. I had to catch my balance because I did not know the price until I got here tonight in St. Pete. So this is crazy. So you hit on a couple of good things here, Adam, and I want to tell everybody we're here to share information with you this evening. Lounge Doctor, if you have not picked one up already yet, or if you have never heard of one, you are in for a treat, or a loved one is in for a treat, okay? For those of you who have gotten one, and we're always selling these out, now's your chance to pick up a new one or another one or one for a friend. The thing about this, Adam, that you mentioned about leg elevation, and Dr. Chris put it so well, his life's work is dedicated to this product because there is one patented way on the globe that is the most effective way to reduce leg swelling. That is the Lounge Doctor. We're going to get into the angles that were patented by the doctor, but I want to put it very simply for you at home so that you know how important the Lounge Doctor is going to be as soon as you get it home and every day thereafter. Let's put it this way. If doctors knew how to diagnose properly leg issues, okay, so things like venous disease, lymphedema, leg abnormalities, up to 80% of us adults in America would have some sort of diagnosis. So what do we do about it if we don't know? It might manifest in you just feel low energy, sluggish, because how can you get that fluid out of your legs and recirculating into your body if you don't do it the right way? And it's not just if you have lymphatic disease or if you're going through a pregnancy or if you twisted your ankle. Everybody, we're fighting against gravity from the moment your 2 feet hit the ground. Adam, before we see this in action with Donna, who looks better than an artificially generated image, you're gonna see that in a moment because seeing is believing. I just want everybody to realize that the most important thing for you to know is that with these perfect angles that actually are the most effective angles to reduce that swelling in your legs, you know what else is synonymous with those angles? It's the most comfortable position. So that's why people are raving about Lounge Doctor and they can't live without it. It's because when they get home, like me, from a busy day on your feet or just sitting at a chair at a desk, anything, Adam, you put your legs up on the Lounge Doctor, you can, in 20 minutes a day, get the best result that you can get from reducing that leg elevation. Just 20 minutes a day, you can actually do damage if you do it the wrong way. So Adam, we're gonna go over to Donna in a minute and we're gonna see it for real.
Let's do this really fast. They are letting me know this is probably selling out faster than anticipated. Producer Kevin, if possible, can you show our friends at home how many are now left? We were at around 1,000. I believe we are now under 800 remaining. There are small, medium, and large sizes. I'm going to ask Matt to explain how to select your size. Just a reminder, this is the final scheduled presentation of 2025. You can see 704, 703, 702, so they are going really quickly. you have to try this. This is a product with a reputation, with a history, and with an award-winning background. Matt, as you head over to Donna, how do we select which size between small, medium, and large?
Okay, so first of all, I had to wake Donna up here. You see that it's the most comfortable. I want your eyes, everybody, to soak this in as I'm explaining the sizes, because I don't want you to worry about sizes or details. All you have to do is, if you're about 5'5" or under, you're going to request that small, okay? 5'5" to about 5'10", you're going to get the medium. That's where Donna is, because she's at, what, 5'7", right, Donna? Okay, and then over 5'10", or about 5'10", like me, I stand at 6'3", I get a large. You don't notice how they look different when you see them on the table, but they're sized perfectly for those height ranges, and you can see what it does. So what you're looking at here is Donna is 5'7", so if you're at home and you just call in and say, HSN, we love you, we just saw this with Adam and Matt, 5'7" is my height, we'll hook you up with a medium. That's all you have to do. You see how this looks just like it was custom made in a factory, molded for Donna. Something like this could cost thousands of dollars, everybody, to get the ideal setup, you know, in a custom manner. This is not custom. This is just because those angles are patented, and they start here at 40 degrees at the thigh. Because if Donna's thigh was even at like 45 degrees or a little bit more, there are blood vessels there in the hip that are going to get pinched or occluded, and that blood flow is not going to go through. Now up here at the knee, everybody, this angle right here is perfectly at 25 degrees. Again, patented by a vascular surgeon, because that gives that exact like patent fluid flow through Donna's knee. There's no occlusion. That's why you get the maximum benefit in only 20 minutes. And here's where really that comfort sets in. This angle here is 15 degrees. I just made eye contact with Donna. Her eyes were almost closed. It's kind of like, you know, when you're watching a pet slowly fall asleep. And so I'm looking at Donna here, and she's so comfortable. And look at how her heels, right? They fit perfectly right over the end of her lounge doctor. If we approach, or as we approach the sellout here, Adam, I want everybody not to fear. And you know how I said that word, and Adam, before I throw it back to you with the sizes here, I said about. So if you're about 5'5", go with the small. If you're about 5'5" to 5'10", go with the medium. The reason I say about, your lounge doctor is nice and cushy, so it has a little bit of give here on the end. If you are, for instance, 5'4½", and we're out of small, grab the medium. You won't be sorry. And last thing I'll say right now is that the very first time you lay down and put your legs up on the lounge doctor, lay there for about 5 or 10 minutes, then set your feet back on the floor. You're just gonna say, I get it now. It's that fresh, rejuvenated pep in your step feeling that you've been missing for years. I know it because I believe in this and I use it myself. Everyone that gets the lounge doctor experiences the same thing. You get those benefits of reduced leg swelling, but you have the most comfortable seat in the house.
A couple updates. In small, I have 120 left now before it's sold out. Great information from Matt. You know, I go back to when I met Dr. Chris Dixon and the impact that he had, such an amazingly accomplished doctor based right here in the United States. And he said, listen, people are struggling, people are suffering, people are hurting. And they're trying to make it right, elevating the legs using pillows that are not formed properly, that are not right, that are not contoured correctly. So he went to town and created, and you can see on Donna, every single curvature of this pillow is custom designed to make sure that it's hitting all the right places. So your legs are elevated. We're going to help to reduce the swelling. We're going to help to get that blood flowing. You might be on the sofa, you might be in bed, but what is happening is that you're giving your body what it so desperately needs and deserves. I wish I had another 1,000 of them. We are now under 700 left. We will be sold out in 9 minutes or less. There will not be another one of these available. And I want to reiterate, in the past 7 years, I have presented this product 3 times. 3 times. It's that rare. This is the final presentation of 2025 that is scheduled. So I'm desperate for you to get it. I will say this, you know, proof is in the pudding. Get it home, 30-day return policy. See the difference it has for you and makes in your life. But Matt, you've been in, you have been our trusted voice in health and wellness at HSN for so many years. I know you never come on air with any product that you don't firmly believe in. This is truly life-changing.
Yeah, it's easy, Adam. It's so easy to come in here and talk to everybody about Lounge Doctor. You know what I've been doing here while you were giving that great information? I was playing with pillows here with Donna. She hit me with one. You didn't see that at home. So take a look here. I've done what we all do. So this is what Dr. Chris was talking about. You go to the doctor, maybe you turned your ankle, and your doctor says, you need to go home and you need to elevate your legs, right? So let's stop there. A lot of doctors stop there because they don't know the right way. It was never created until Dr. Chris created it. So this is what most of us do, is something like this. Look how terrible this is. That is much more than a 45-degree angle here at Donna's thigh, so there's going to be some blockage there with that fluid. This angle is going to keep the fluid, especially pooling right there in Donna's low leg. You can see that right now. Yeah. So this can actually reverse things and actually do damage. So let's do the before and after. Let me take this out.
Okay.
Adam, I hope you're counting. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. So three or four seconds, and you see that there was no adjusting, there was no wiggling around or getting in the right position. Donna is exactly in the most comfortable and most effective position to reduce leg swelling simply by putting her legs on the Lounge Doctor, because she's 5'7", and we know that, and we gave her a medium. It's going to be the same experience for you at home.
If you want small, I have 75 now left. Medium is the most popular. Again, it's based on height, but there is some flexibility, obviously, between a small, a medium, and a large. Listen to me, if you're confused about which to buy, you know you just have to call the toll-free number. You'll get through to a real person here in the United States, and we will guide you through which is right for you. I don't have any extended delivery, advanced order, or wait lists. So what I've got is what I've got, and once it's gone, it's gone. You know, I've always been a believer, and you've heard me say it many times over the years, good people and good products deserve to do well, and the Lounge Doctor is both. This is a remarkable product. I'm not really focusing on price because the value you're getting here is in the difference it can make in your life. I do just want to say, though, from 7 years ago when Dr. Chris Dixon launched it on HSN, the world's first shopping channel, to this day in 2025, this is the best value I've ever seen. When it launched, the pricing was $120 plus, and it was different prices for the different sizes. We have done one flat price no matter which size you do, which is brilliant. Small is last call, about 45 now left. Large, also extremely popular. Guys, can we put again on the side of the screen the height, you know, basically the height differences, so a small, a medium, large. So small for persons shorter than 5'5", medium for persons between 5'5" and 5'10", large for persons between 5'11" and 6'3". But again, Matt, there's some flexibility in that.
There certainly is, and it's because the Lounge Doctor is comfy and has that cushion. Couple of housekeeping things for everybody, because you might be wondering this at home. Your Lounge Doctor is covered by a super soft cover. You're going to be able to remove this and wash it. Okay, so don't worry about any spills or stains or things like that. And it has, the bottom here is made so that it's gonna give a nice little grip. So leg elevation 101, when you looked at Donna, you need to be flat on a surface. So you can do this on a couch. You can lay comfortably during movie time on the floor. That's totally fine. Or on a bed, as long as your heart is below your legs, like Donna is over there. And we'll go back to Donna in a moment. I want to ask everybody, or actually let everybody know, if you're thinking or wondering, is this for me? Lounge Doctor is for every single person on the planet Earth. And the reason I say that is because everybody from trained athletes who want to rejuvenate their legs by recirculating that fluid, they use the Lounge Doctor. So think about this. If a trained athlete who's active all the time needs a tool in their toolbox to get that comfortable feeling back, to reduce that leg swelling, then you need it, I need it, everybody needs it. This is why, everybody, gravity is your enemy, and you're fighting against it as soon as you get up. So unless you hang upside down or do something crazy, you're never going to be able to get that reversed. If you look at that image on the screen right there, that might look familiar, because Donna looks better in person on her Lounge Doctor than that computer-generated image, because it fits her perfectly, because it was patented and created by a board-certified vascular surgeon. So this is what I want you all to take away from this. If you're asking, do I need lounge doctor? I want to ask you this question. Have you had a morning within the last couple of weeks where you put your feet on the floor and you think, I wish I had more energy. I wish I had more of a pep in my step. I wish I didn't feel this morning like I just went to bed and I didn't get any sleep. Everyone feels like that, everybody. And a big reason you might feel that way is because you're not recirculating that fluid properly. You're not getting that proper leg elevation and getting that rejuvenated spark that you need to go on about your days. And so all you have to do is think about, man, what can I get that's the most comfortable position I can be in or my family during movie time? Get the lounge doctor. The benefits that you get from this from the very first use, you're gonna use for the rest of your life, and you're gonna wonder how you ever lived without it the day before you got it.
Medium is selling the fastest. Small has sold out. Small is gone, medium is selling the fastest. I have around 190 left in the medium. The rest is going to be in the large, very close behind again. You know, most popular size is always medium because you've got that happy medium in terms of different heights. You cannot go wrong with this. And to get it for $99 is just a wonderful opportunity. Again, you'll have it forever and a day. The quality is there. This proprietary foam that's used on the inside is unlike anything else, quite frankly, you've ever felt. The non-grip or non-slip bottom rather grips to the surface so it's not slipping and sliding around. Let's do this. You're about to see a clock appear on your screen. We will be completely sold out by the time the clock hits 0. Final opportunity for 2025 is happening right now. Let's spend the rest of the time with Matt so he can explain all the different aspects of it. But truly, from 7 years ago when Dr. Chris Dixon launched this as an American dream here on HSN, to all the fanfare, the accolades, the accreditations, the awards that he has had and received, rightly so, there is only one lounge doctor. This is the original, and this is the one absolutely you should try.
Adam, that's very gracious of you and well-deserved indeed, right? Because Dr. Chris put his life's work in this because he knew that there was a solution in between that people just weren't realizing. And that if people could get more energy, or if they have an issue where they need to reduce leg swelling like pregnancy, lymphedema, vascular disease, they need the right tool. They need to do it effectively. And he knew that. And he also knew that it was the most comfortable. I want to show everybody before we go away and before this sells out, what this is going to do for you at home. This is you, okay? So if you're a medium like Donna, if you're 5'7", you have a medium, and this is what's going to happen. You're going to have a 40-degree perfect angle at the thighs, so that means that you're going to have that just naturally with the lounge doctor. 25 degrees here, which means that you're not going to run into any occlusion. You're not going to run into any blockages. You have free flow of that fluid. All of that vascular fluid is circulating back into your body, meaning ultimate comfort, especially with this 15-degree slope right here. That means that you're not going to have fluid pool. You can't get this combination anywhere else, or with throwing pillows or putting your legs up on the back of the couch, everybody, because it's patented, one of a kind, only one place on the planet that you're going to get these angles, and that is with the lounge doctor. And Adam, you mentioned this, for the last 7 years or so, I have never ever come in here and talk about an item in the past before that's had so much longevity that I wish they had double the factory, because every time they make them, we get on the network here and we lose them, and then it's not until 2 or 3 or 4 or who knows how many months later we get them back in stock. Don't lose your opportunity, everybody. If you're thinking about it, it means you want it and it means you need it, and you will not go wrong the first time you lay down and relax on the lounge doctor. Look at Donna. Donna knows I'm right.
And we love Donna. Hi, Donna. I do want to stress this is last chance, last opportunity. She's like, ah.
Yeah, Donna's not mic'd up, so it's kind of like we're at camp here, and we love you guys, and it's fun to be here.
Well, I want to say thank you to Donna, as always, and naturally, Mr. Matthew Peters, our registered nurse, health and wellness professional. Matt, it is always a privilege to spend time with you. Thank you for your advice and guidance and wisdom over so many great years.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. The amazing Matt here on HSN. Stay in the ordering process. We'll let you know when it's officially sold out. Well, next up.